Hello and welcome to Build a Rocking Chair, episode 13. Cut out the front leg notches in our seat. To begin with, we first have to make this jig. All right, and I'll walk you through the process. It's pretty simple. To cut our notches, we're going to be utilizing our router. And our router setup, we're going to be using a 3/4 inch outside diameter collet with a 1/2 inch straight router bit. All right. If you're utilizing those two items, then you can follow Hal's plan and build up this jig. All right. Let's get into it. All right. So to make this jig, we need some pots. I just have a scrap piece of poplar laying around. So I ripped the, we'll call it the clamping brace. It's 22 inches long. I just made it 3 inches wide, kind of an arbitrary. And then I made a block off the end. It's, what is that, about 3.5 inches wide. That's going to form the T on the end. Then we have two pieces at 2.5. And then a divider at exactly 2 1/4. All right, that takes care of our pieces and parts. All right, so to start the process, I simply put the clamping brace in my vise, and then I've clamped the T kind of just eyeball center, right? So next, eyeball down here. About there. All right, so I'm going to pre-drill my holes with a countersink bit. Off any of those. Apply some glue. It's end grain, so this glue is not going to do a whole lot. And for screws, you can use wood screws, sheetrock screws, whatever kind of screws you got laying around. There you are right there. Don't overdrive going into that end grain. Okay, for this next bit, we need 2 7/8 from the inside face of our little T block here to the inside face of this block. So I've made a 2 7/8 mark here, and then I just line this up. And for locating this, once I've got all three pieces clamped together, I've made a second alignment mark here. All right, so I clamped all three of these together. I'm lined up on my reference mark on the left side. Take my square, make sure I square it to the clamp or the clamping bar. And I'll make a reference mark here. Okay, so next, I went ahead and marked center line here and a center line here, as well as across the face of each of my pieces. And then from here back 2.5, I went ahead and drew that reference line there. This is where my glue gets applied. No glue in the center. I've clamped these pieces all back together. Now we're ready to go. All right. So I'm going to apply my glue here and here. line up my marks. There. Right there. Hold that in place. I'll clamp it over here on this end. Like so. All right. Make sure it's square. Square. I'm going to lock that down really good. You got to make sure that these screw heads are below the surface. So our router doesn't, the base plate of the router doesn't catch on it. All right, we'll verify square one more time. Make sure nothing moved. Yep, we're good. All right, so now I'll take this clamp off. Down here. That hole drilled. That screw in. All right, so now just pulling this up, the centerpiece up just a smidge, in case any glue squeeze out got under there, it won't glue this in place. So now I'm going to leave it like this for at least an hour. Once your glue's had a chance to set up and cure, we can take this center block out. Now I've put this in my vise with a backer here, because now what we're going to do is route out our channel here 7/8 deep. Right, we're still working on our template. So in building this jig, again, I'm following Hal's guidance from his plans, where I've got a 3/4 inch outside diameter collet, and I'm using a 1/2 inch down cut straight bit. I'm going to go at this incrementally. So right now I think I'm set at so this is 3/4 of an inch thick. So my first pass is about 7/8 depth, which will only take about an 1/8 of an inch out of our jig here. Okay, for our final pass, my bit depth is 1 7/8 inches. That's the 3/4 plus the 7/8 cutting depth. Okay, and now I can simply verify that this way, and we are right on. So now I've got the top of the drawer facing out, as you can see. I simply clamp the jig onto here and trace out or mark out where this notch is going to be. I'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll go to the bandsaw and cut out the bulk of this material. Okay, now we just take a screwdriver and we just bust this stuff out. That just leaves a minimal amount of cutting for our router to do. So I have not changed the depth of my router bit. I'm at the correct full depth. I clamped the jig on the back side because what's important is these two edges as our guide. So all we have left to do is hog that out. All right, done. Looks great. Now we'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And presto changeo. Our front notches are now done. If you like my videos, remember to hit the like button. We'll see you down the road.